Hello, I am Raquel Albaladejo Alcaraz and this is my exam for school organization and student diversity. This project is divided into two different parts. So let's start with the first part.
Come in!
Good morning, Principal. Got a moment?
Sure, Caroline, what's up?
Well, I've been thinking about it, and this year can be a copy-paste of last one. Something has to change, or at least we have to pretend it does.
Totally agree, but before we sit like as superheroes, we need to face reality, even if it's ugly.
First, I'm going to introduce my school.
Our school is called Raquel School. It is a public early childhood and primary education center in San Javier, region of Murcia. The environment is very diverse, with students from the local town and many foreign families creating a multicultural community. This is a strength, but also brings challenges regarding diversity. Raquel School is bilingual, but students' English levels are very heterogeneous. Despite this, the academic level is generally good. We have 310 students and 26 teachers. Teachers are professional, though their digital training varies. Technological resources are limited. We have an old computer lab and unstable internet. Although the school promotes respect and teamwork, supporting students with special needs is difficult, as we only have one counselor who works in two other schools.
Then I gave this prompt to Copilot AI to get 10 measures related to inclusion and the role of technology in primary education. And this is the video of the conversation.
From the 10 measures Copilot AI gave me, I chose these 5. Family Diversity and Inclusion Program. Appropriate for our multicultural school. It helps families feel welcomed and equally valued despite their backgrounds. It is supported by the current Education Spanish Law, LOMLOE Article 1 and 121, and by Royal Decree 209/2022, specifically Article 6, which highlights the importance of family participation and inclusion. Affects families, teachers, and students, and also improves family school and teacher-family relationships. Digital literacy and well-being workshops. Responds to low digital skills among teachers and screen time concerns from families. Supported by LOMLOE Article 111 bis, which promotes responsible and inclusive digital use in school, and by Digital Competence Framework, especially Area 5.2, focus on well-being and healthy habits using technologies. It involves teachers, families, and students improving school, family, and teacher-student relationships. Personalized learning plans, essential to address different learning levels and needs from the diverse students. Supported by LOMLOE Articles 71 to 74 and by the Royal Decree 209/2022 Article 4, which promote individualized attention. It involves students, teachers, and a school counselor, and it improves teacher-students and teacher-family relationships. Tech-free exploration zones. It is appropriate due to limited tech resources, the importance of sensory learning and social interaction. Supported by Royal Decree 209/2022 in the Article 4, which promotes holistic development, and by Organic Law 8/2021, Article 35, which ensures emotional well-being and protective environments in schools. It involves students and teachers and improves student-student and teacher-student relationships. Balanced digital integration policy, essential for meaningful and appropriate technological use. It is supported by LOMLOE Articles 19.2 and 34.5, which promote digital competencies in a safe way, by the Spanish Framework for the Digital Competence of Teachers, Areas 1 and 6, that support students build their digital skills, and by the European Union Digital Education Plan, which supports balanced digital education. It involves teachers, students, and families, and affects teacher-student, teacher-teacher, and school-family relationship.
As we can see, the proposal doesn't mention directly students with special needs, and neither support nor practices specifically for them. Also, it doesn't mention gender identity, sexual orientation, mental health support, or LGBTQ inclusion within the diversity plan. Moreover, the chatbot didn't mention some relationships, and these are working in cooperation between teachers, working in groups between students, developing free relationships, and lastly, emotional and supportive relationships between students and their families.
As the principal of Rachel's school, I decided to add these 5 main points to improve the school timetable. Mindfulness time after recess. 5 to 10 minutes will help a student relax after recess, learn to regulate their emotions and improve their concentration. We will be evaluating if all students benefit, as some may need some movement instead. Active pauses after 2 lessons. 3 minutes of stretching or dancing to reduce sedentary behavior, supported by Royal Decree 157/2022, which promotes students' physical and emotional well-being. Coordination among teachers is essential to avoid lesson interruptions. Block schedule implementation, making classes longer for a deeper learning experience in the different subjects. Reduces transitions between classes, ensuring better concentration for students. A screen-free day to balance technology use. Students will use books, traditional games, and do experiments once a week. This helps families feel calmer about technology use. Alternatives will be provided for students needing assistive devices. Balancing screen-free benefits with assistive techniques will require teacher training. Local expert lectures. Experts will visit monthly to share their experience, enriching lessons related to their fields and promoting meaningful learning. My leadership style is mainly transformational and pedagogical. I introduced mindfulness and expert lectures to inspire change, and implemented screen-free days and active pauses to ensure quality teaching. I recommend using Bell Schedule Builder from Unlocking Time to create timetables. This website, discovered during the course, helps teachers organize school time to better support students. As a future teacher, I think the way that the Spanish educational system deals with diversity has changed a lot over time. In the past, especially before 20th century, students with disabilities were separated from others. They were sent to institutions and people didn't really think of their education as a right. It was more like something extra, not for everyone. But things started to change with the Locksley Law in 1990. This law introduced a more flexible curriculum and supported measures to help students with different needs. Since then, other laws like LOE, LOMCE, and LONLOE have continued to support inclusion. These laws talk about equity, quality education for all, and offer specific help for students with special needs, high abilities, or those who join the system late. For example, in a case of linguistic diversity, imagine a Ukrainian student who arrives to Spain and doesn't speak Spanish. In a public school, there is usually an official welcome plan. The student might get language support, help from the school guidance team, and even join a special welcome classroom. Public schools often have more experience with cultural diversity and more government resources. In a private school, they might not have a formal welcome classroom, but they often offer personalized support, adapt lessons more flexibly, and collaborate more with the families. In the end, the Spanish educational system has moved from exclusion to inclusion, but even with all these improvements, there are still challenges. For example, teachers in regular classrooms often have too many students with different needs and not enough support to help them all properly, so that's something we still need to improve.
Let's begin with the reflective questions. I think I deserve between an 8 and a 9 because I have been very involved in the lessons, tried to propose some ideas to share in class, and I assisted almost every class. Well, I learned lots of new things about school organization, but for me the most important idea was how we can organize activities so differently depending on the grouping form we choose. Depending on the grouping, we encourage social skills and adapt learning to our students. Yes, for example, the different types of school schedules I didn't know before this course. I learned about traditional, block, and flexible schedules essential for future teachers to organize time and to keep students engaged and to adapt better to your students' needs. The most crucial idea about attention to diversity I've learned in this course is that as teachers, our role is to motivate every student despite their differences and make them all aware that they are capable of succeeding. One essential tool we learned about was the Diversity Care Plan, which is key to planning inclusive strategies and adapting teaching to each student's needs. Yes, because with these lessons I learned how to organize the lessons and teach adapting to the different needs that the students have in school. At first, I thought diversity was only about disabilities, but now I understand it also includes other factors such as culture. I realized that diversity is everywhere. Preparing this video, I learned that we always could improve the measures established in an educational center and how we can establish different relationships within the educational environment for understanding better the different situations of our students. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and learned from this video. Bye!